This is Gears of War 2, and you know what you get to do in this game. You get to burn people with mung heads and cut them in half. That's as close as it gets to burning people with monsters and cutting them in half. Mung heads with flamethrowers will suffice. And it's amazing how many applications they can use the chainsaws on the front of their machine guns for in this game. Conveniently, there's many things to saw or cut through, including enemies, seeing as how you burn people with mung heads and cut them in half. That just never gets old.
Inevitably, this led to conflict.
Why is it that Czech commanders who are aliens or monsters always have British accents? I think we have Star Wars to thank for this because they shot the original film in England, so all the extras were British. And the Empire magically had an English accent.
Continued to march blindly to their imminent doom, unaware that their misguided attempts at retaliation were only leading them ever closer to extinction.
I think she should be Canadian. For the next one, I want Canadian alien bad guy monsters who are also chicks. The gameplay in Gears of War 2 is pretty much the exact same style of gameplay that they had in Gears of War 1. Graphically, the game is refined very nicely, considering that the first one was an earlier 360 title. This one generally has a lot more detail and refinement in the environments, and the art direction is extremely creative and very well done. At times, in certain scenes, it actually feels a bit like Dead Space or BioShock, more than just Gears of War. The first hour or so of gameplay felt very much like more of the same. The game quickly departs from the initial urban-based combat and takes you on this Jason and the Argonauts fantasy adventure. It feels like a roller coaster at times, like a wacky carnival ride, and that's what I enjoyed most about Gears of War 2. Because I tend to prefer faster shooters where you run around and jump and you have a little more control over your character. The Gears of War style is not like that so much. It's very meticulous in a way where you duck and cover and have to concentrate on aiming more so than moving. It's as if they knew it was just more of the same in terms of gameplay and did everything they could to spice it up and make it stand out and make it different, and they completely succeeded. Most of your favorite muscle-bound heroes are back: Marcus Phoenix, Dom, Baird, and Coltrane, burning people with mung heads and cutting them in half. I got better at active reloading during this game, but I still screwed up several times. For those who aren't familiar with the game, if you reload right at a certain time or certain pace, it reloads faster and gives you a slight boost of power. For the most part, you're out of the urban environment. Your characters are fighting their way through the bowels of the earth to the heart of the enemy. And that takes the single-player campaign in a different direction than the original game, even if the gameplay itself is pretty much identical. There's always conveniently rock formations or something to hide behind. And that's what I'm saying. It's as if they knew it was exactly the same and really went that extra step to make it creatively different. And let's just talk about The Empire Strikes Back. They should watch out for Minok.
It just keeps getting better.
Anybody else in the mood to play Life Force? I can't help but think of the old Harryhausen films, Jason and the Argonauts, Clash of the Titans. I expect to be fighting stop-motion skeletons at any moment. I'm pretty sure that the sea monster in this game, which is awesome, is the long-lost cousin of the Kraken.
Keep moving! Watch your step!
Thanks for walking on my head, Dom. I actually felt pretty bad for Dom later in the game. It's not often I get all choked up in video games. As I record this in the middle of 2009, Gears of War 2 has come down in price nicely, and there's hundreds of thousands of people playing multiplayer online and some awesome downloadable map packs, which I will be reviewing in a separate review. Did anyone else who played this game have an immediate reaction to hack those gun turrets? BioShock has spoiled me for life.
Security system deactivated. Let us know if you encounter any conditions that do not meet our standards. We aim to please at New Hope. Yes.
Can't get a target! Command, this is Delta. Are you getting this?
I see it, Phoenix. But we're not pulling up anything on it. It's like it doesn't exist.
I think I can safely say if you enjoyed the first one, you'll enjoy the second one. Not all that much has changed. There's some new weapons, new enemies, with a boatload of style dumped on top of it. You do get to burn people with mung heads and cut them in half. I had a good time playing it, and with the inclusion of multiplayer, since it's a very popular game, you do get a lot for your money with this one. And Razor Hail. Simply brilliant, completely ridiculous, but an ingenious way to kill you if you go outside of a confined area. Whoever came up with that one deserves a medal. This tank is a combination of the Imperial probe droid that lands on Hoth in The Empire Strikes Back put on top of Metal Slug.
Come on, Baird! Hurry it up! I'm trying to get up my